All right, guys, we're going to start actually doing examples. I think the best way to learn all this and know that 3 steps to find the vertex and all that nonsense is by actually doing this. But I did want to practice with you with finding the vertex. I think it's very important that we actually really look at that. Okay, so let's take a look at this first example. Okay, we are eventually going to graph, but just take your time. We're going to find the vertex first. Okay, look back at your notes. What does it say to do first? 1. Is it in decreasing order? Well, we have 2, 1, and then a constant. It's good to go. Okay, step 2. Find x by, so I'm actually going to even label. So this is step 2, step 1, done. Step 2 is by using the axis of symmetry. Okay, now a big part of this is we're going to have to be using this formula. Now, if some of you guys are going, whoa, I don't know how to use that, and that's fine. This is what you're going to do. Look back at the standard form. I'm even going to put it up here so you guys can see it. It's ax squared plus bx plus c equals y. Does it matter where y is located? No. We're going to be using these letters. I like labeling. I mean, that is what I do all the time. Where is c? Which number is c? It's 5. I'm going to put it right on top. Where is b? Oh, it's right next to the plain old x value. Is it by the x squared? No, right by the x. Where is a? You got it, right next to x squared. Time out. What's the number there? It's imaginary. It's 1. Put it there. Okay, are we going to be using these? No, we just want the numbers. We want the coefficients, the constants. Okay, so do you think we can use this now? Sure. What is our b value? Well, our b, I like to even pull it out so that I have it ready to go. A is 1. B is 2. C is 5. Okay, so let's look. What's going to go into b? A 2. Leave the negative there. Open parentheses 2 over 2 times 1. Easy enough? Now we just got to simplify. It's negative 2. What's 2 times 1? 2. Okay, which equals negative 1. So x equals negative 1. So that's part of our vertex. So our vertex is negative 1 comma, do we know the rest? No. How do we find our y? This is step 3. How do we find our y? You plug this into the original. You got it. So let's, every time you see x, you plug in negative 1. So negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 plus 5. Okay, and we're going to try to figure out what that equals. You can plug this right into your calculator. The calculator will do the work, okay? But use parentheses. Every time you have a squared, you should always use parentheses. I'm going to do it by hand. 1 squared is 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 plus 5. 1 minus 2 is negative 1 plus 5, which is 4. So y equals 4. So far, so good? I believe so. Let's plot this, okay? So we have one point in our parabola, negative 1, 4. This is our vertex, okay? Let's try out our vocabulary that we learned. Does it open up or down? Sorry. What would we need to look at? That's right, the a value. The a is positive, so it opens up. So we know these are going to go up, okay? What else do we call this? This is a, if it opens up, it's a, lowest point is here and it keeps going up. It's a minimum. You got it. Okay? Last question I want to ask you is, what is the y-intercept? What is our y-intercept? Where is it located? You got it. It is right here. It is 5. It is that constant value. So it's 5. We can actually plot that. On the y-axis, put a point. Okay? Okay, we're not done. We still want to graph this, right? I have 1 point, 2 point. We know it's going to make a U shape. We can kind of figure it out. How about we get a couple more points? Okay? When we graphed before, how do we make or find more points? Oh, we made a table, right? Guess what? We're going to make another table. Okay, make your X, make your Y. I like to put in my vertex because I want to pick one number bigger and one number smaller. Could you go more? Sure, but you may run out of graph. You may run out of graph. I'm going to do 2 smaller. How about -2 and -3? Okay, 2 smaller. How about 1 bigger? Well, we already did that one. That was 0. How about we go 1 more? How about we do 1? So couple smaller, couple bigger. All right, let's start doing this. What are we going to do? Take our number and plug it into X. Okay, I'm not going to work it out. I'm going to actually just type it into my calculator to save a little bit of time. So I'm going to type in my calculator, like you can see right here. I'll even show you how to do this, okay? I'm going to type in open parentheses -3 squared plus 2 open parentheses -3 plus 5. Gives me 8. Okay? I'm going to go down to -2. I'm going to plug in open parentheses -2 squared plus 2 times -2 with parentheses around it plus 5. Gives me 5. Already, now I got to do 1. It's not negative, so I can leave it out. 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 5. 8. Okay, now we made our table. Let's plot this. 1, 8. 1, 8. -2, 5. -2, 5. -3, 8. -3, 8. Hey, guess what we have? All you got to do is connect the dots by curves, not a line. And there's your parabola. Find your vertex first, make a table, find all your points, and then just plot it. Okay? All right, let's try another one. Let's take a look at another one. Let me fold that over for you guys so you can see. All right, go ahead, write that down. What do we need to find first? Okay, well, let's pick out some obvious things. Let's go through our definitions again. Up or down? What do you got to look at? -2. It's negative. Negative A means it goes down. Very good. If it opens down, what type of a thing is it? It comes up and it doesn't go any further. That's its what? Maximum. Okay. Couple other things. What is its y-intercept? Where is that located? Oh, that's right. Right by the C. This is our C, B, A. Let's go ahead and label that because we're going to need it anyway. So it equals +1. Shoot, let's just graph it. Okay? Look at all those questions that you can knock out just by knowing those definitions. Okay, what are we missing? What is the first thing we need to find? Well, is it in decreasing order? Sure. We need to find our vertex. What is step 1? We already checked it. Step 2 is we're going to use x equals -b over 2a. Okay, what is our A? Or sorry, what is our B? It's -4. So we're going to plug negative. Yeah, you got to use the sign in front. It's going to be x equals -4. Leave the negative there. 2 times what's your A? -2. Okay, negative times a negative. What does that happen? Turns to a positive. 2 times -2 is -4. So we get x equals negative 1. Okay. Got to go one more time here. Plug in what? This goes into where? You got it, into x squared, or into all the x's. Once again, I'm going to use my calculator. I know that's cheating. I'm sorry, guys, but I'll show you how to do it, okay? All right, negative 2, open parentheses, negative 1 squared. Got to use parentheses. Minus 4, open parentheses, negative 1 plus 1. Enter. I got 3. Okay. Can we plot that? Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Negative 1, 3. So we want to go up to 3. Okay. All right. We need a couple more points so that we can kind of get an idea of where our parabola is going. You know, is it shrink? You know, where do we start to put our curves at? Okay. So we got to make our table. You got it. I'm going to put it actually right here. What should you put in your table? Vertex. Negative 1, 3. Pick two numbers bigger, pick two numbers smaller. Let's do smaller. Negative 2, negative 3. Bigger, well, we already did 0. Let's do 1. Okay. Okay, what do I do to get my y? That's right, you plug those into the original and solve. Once again, I'm going to use my calculator. It's just a little bit quicker. Negative 2, open parentheses, we're going to do negative 3. Negative 3 squared minus 4, open parentheses, negative 3 plus 1. I got negative 5. Okay, if you didn't get that right, you probably weren't using those parentheses. Use those parentheses. Okay, negative 2, plug in negative 2 squared minus 4, open parentheses, negative 2 plus 1. I get 1. One more, negative 2, open parentheses, 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 1. I get negative 5. Okay. Let's go ahead and plot those. Negative 3, negative 5. Negative 2, 1. Oops, sorry. Okay. 1, negative 5. Guess what? Remember, not a straight line, kind of curved. Am I looking for artwork? No. But I need to see it's some type of a curve. Okay? All right. Let's look at the last example. All right, let's take a look. There should be one difference that the other ones that we've been doing, what's different? F of x. You got it. Don't freak out. What does f of x mean? It just means y equals. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's go through all of our questions. Up or down? Let's think about it. What do we got to notice? What do we look at? That's right, our a value. Let's go ahead and label our pieces, A, B, and C. What type of number is that? 1. So it's negative. That means to what? Negative numbers are located down. Okay? And if it opens down, its vertex is a, that's right, maximum. All right, one more, couple more questions. Y-intercept equals what? Your constant value, that's right, your C, negative 8. Do we know our vertex yet? No, that's what we need to find. Okay, step 1 in finding our vertex, it's got to be in what type of order? You got it, standard form, decreasing. Is it decreasing? Yes. Step 1, done. Step 2, find our x value. X equals negative b over 2a. Okay, what is our b value? Negative 4. Put it in parentheses, always. What's our a value? Negative 1. Negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So x equals, when we divide that out, negative 2. Go ahead and put that into your coordinates. We have our x. How do we find our y? plug it in. That's right. Take -2 and plug it into every x that you see. I'm cheating again, I know. Use the calculator. Okay. Negative, open parentheses, -2 squared, use parentheses. It's okay if you have double negatives. -4, open parentheses, -2, -8. I got -4. Okay, let's plot that. -2, -4. Let's plot our y-intercept, -8. Okay, what do we have to do? Can we figure out our u yet? No, we got to do a table. So let's make a table. What has to be in our table? X and Y. That was funny. Losing it. It's okay. It's going to be -2 and -4 as our vertex. Two numbers bigger. Let's do -1 and 0. Oh, we already did that, so that's fine. How about two numbers smaller? -3 and -4. Use your calculator. What are you going to do? Just what? Plug them in. You got it. Okay. Negative, open parentheses, -4 squared -4 times -4 -8. I got -8. Plug in -3 every time you see an x. -3 squared -4 -3 -8. Got -5. Good job. Last one. -1 squared -4 times -1 -8. You get -5. Okay, let's plot it. -4, -8. -3, -5. -1, -5. Okay. Once again, not straight lines. Let's give it a little bit of curve. Doesn't need to be pretty, but let me see something. Okay. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Find your intercept, find your vertex by the axis of symmetry. Remember, that's that line that splits it perfectly in half. Very symmetric. Okay. That's what that means. Once you find your x, plug it into the original to get your y, and then go ahead and make a table to get a couple more values so that you can see the u. Okay. Now it's all on you guys. Next, you're going to do some try problems.